wait, no, wait, hold on. Wait, okay, wait. Good evening, everybody. It is April 30th at 7:52 p.m. and today we're going to be viewing the ViaSat-3 rocket launch. Yeah, hold on, everybody. I'm trying to do something real quick. Anyway, so as you may know, we've had a few attempts at watching this before, and not everything went so okie dokie, like artichokey with this thing, because there have been multiple aborts, and hopefully that starts stopping. So, like, I guess let's get into it. Yeah. We're gonna start off with showing you guys a slideshow. If you have watched our former streams that tried to watch this, you've seen it, but we're gonna play it for any new people that are watching. So yeah, we're gonna play that, and then we're gonna start with the launch for SpaceX. All right. So I'm just checking OBS real quick, guys. We did have some technical difficulties. Anyway, Falcon Heavy informative slideshow, haha, kind of cringe, but whatever. Falcon Heavy measures at 230 feet, 7 meters tall with 2 stages, and I guess I should say 2 boosters. Alan, say it slower. The Falcon Heavy measures at 230 feet tall, also known as 70 meters, with 2 stages and 2 boosters. The Falcon Heavy has 27 sea-level Merlin engines on the first stage, and 1 vacuum-level Merlin engine on the second stage. The Falcon Heavy has 5 flights. Yeah, I know, but who cares? The Falcon Heavy has 5 flights and counting, being SpaceX's most powerful, successful rocket. One of the ways of getting the boosters back safely is returning it to the launch bay, aka RLTS or RTLS. Oh my god, I will always get those mixed up. But you can see it in the landing diagram here. Another way of recovering the boosters is a downrange drone ship as seen in the landing diagram here. Thanks for listening to our presentation. The show will start soon. And this is like super rough and old itinerary. Yeah. But before we get started with the itinerary, all cameras and some audio bits and pieces are from SpaceX and NASA spaceflight, which are linked in the description and in the live chat in a couple seconds. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to them, show them some love, and yeah, let's get started with the itinerary. All right, so I know these times are off. Don't look at the screen, but at 7:50 start stream, we already did that. 7:05 to 7:07 intro, we've already done that. Anyway, now I'm just gonna talk about how it is in current time. Slideshow, we just did that. SpaceX stream starts in a few minutes, I guess, like 15. God, I'm trying to read the time and then stop myself at the same time. Falcon Heavy launches at around 8:30 and roughly 7:45 payload separation, but I really think it's gonna be like 9 o'clock though, or not 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, because of the Falcon Heavy and the fact that I think it's direct to geostationary transfer orbit, so payload separation is gonna be like 6 hours after launch, and we're not gonna be there for that. Payload separation. Yeah, we are not staying up. Yeah. Meh, milestone. Way too late to stay up for. So,
It's a school night.
yeah, as I'm continuing to eat, I'm just going to leave you with NASA Spaceflight's audio and stream for a few minutes, unless Chase wants to add anything, which he can now.
Nope. If you don't want to show the audio, you can put it on the pause screen, but it doesn't matter, whatever you want to do.
No, I'm going to just leave him with NASA Spaceflight for a few.
This coverage of
All right, thanks for
launches
watching,
such as
and we'll
Falcon
be
Heavy.
back soon.
And Musical Wolves asking, will the side booster nose cones be recovered? Adrian, so fairing's being recovered on the second stage. What about the nose cones on the boosters?
They are not. There's no mechanism to throw them out and let them just glide through the atmosphere. So, based on the profile we see right now and the fact how they manage it, the booster will hit the water quite hard, or to tell it like that. So there probably won't be anything to recover because they will not perform any like major slowdowns for this. So yeah, you basically, they might even already start to tear up in the atmosphere and start to break up there. And even if they survive that, next up would be the ocean, where they slam into very without any breaking. So yeah, don't expect anything from these side boosters to survive that. There's a reason why they're not recovered. They are kind of already very far down range, so they have a lot of energy that will be disposed there.
Got another jellyfish question in here from Andrew. I know some people have joined us in the last few moments before we went on air. Julia, I'll throw this one to you again. Will this be the first double jellyfish?
Well, now you're making me think really hard. I'm not sure if it'll be the first. I'm feeling like I have seen this before because we have. Oh yeah, no, Alex, I don't remember what launch it was. There was a lot of ooh and eyeing at the press site because the thrusters from a lot of ooh and eyeing. And Max is saying, yeah, he remembers that too. So
yeah,
it's happened before,
of course,
but
we won't have a boost back burn today because we're not coming back. So there'll be no boost back. None of the only things coming back are the fairings, and they themselves will just glide. Not really. They'll just fall back into the Atlantic under their parafoils. So no.
But they'll
boost
still have
back
those
burn.
little thrusters.
They will, but they're a lot smaller than a Falcon 9 or the Falcon Heavy sidecar, though. But fingers crossed that the sun will still be able to light them up.
Hopefully. I don't know. They always seem more impressive for their size than you think they'll be.
Especially with the jellyfish effect, just makes everything look much more spectacular from our perspective here on the ground. Coming up shortly, we should see that T-22-minute vent, which will also verify that the propellant mode is still going as it should. There you go. That's the timeline for today's flight. Currently in the stage of RP1 load on the second stage, which began about 10 minutes ago. And so just under 8 minutes until the liquid oxygen load begins on stage 2. And then we get into pretty much the final minutes or so into the count from there. And
coming alive, which is always a great thing to see. Really means we have a rocket launch upcoming.
Yeah. Oh, that is. I wonder if the wind direction has changed a little bit because you can. Yeah, unless the venting has changed, which I don't think it has, because you can kind of see the venting appearing and then disappearing behind the strong back there. I guess when there's a gust of wind that kind of blows boil off, and it becomes a lot more visible against the sky. Julia, has the sun set already? The orangeness has kind of dipped down a bit. It's kind of seems as if it's post sunset.
Uh, well, yeah, the sun is below the horizon. Behind us, we have the golden glow. So you're starting to see more dusk colors
I'm
at the pad, but there's definitely still a white gold glow
I think.
behind us.
Mm-hmm. Ron asking here, why do we bother to paint the booster due to the weight of the paint? Adrian, there's a very famous vehicle that launched from the Cape, or two actually, maybe even three if you count Delta 4 Heavy, that aren't painted because of the insulation. Why is Falcon 9 painted?
I actually don't know the full answer of that. I always assumed it has some sort of protective measures as well, and also SpaceX maybe decided it looks a bit cool, but they don't really bother with the painting that much after first flights. Like they look very white. Once
LR, it looks like it's time for us to talk. I'm just gonna check something really quickly with OBS. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna stop checking OBS so often now. And so you can see that it's basically post sunset in Cape Canaveral, like they were talking about. It's actually funny. You can see the fact that like there's a bit of, like, you can actually see a bit of the movement of the shadows. But I was literally just watching another stream. This is kind of funny, but I was watching another stream and someone in the chat literally said, "This is so dumb. We all know space isn't real." I was like, I didn't say this, of course, but I really thought, and I'm not gonna name who for, obvious purposes. I'm gonna say, I almost wanted to say that, like, has your doctor ever checked your head? Because that would be pointless. We all know you have no brain. But I refrained from saying it, so I'm a good boy. Cheesy Cheese, are you there?
Huh?
Are you there? Oh my god, my dog won't shut up. God, this noise filter on OBS, I need to trust it better. I guess something has happened with their timer because it looks like the 20-minute vent is already happening, and it looks like they're already at 22 minutes. Or they're only at 22 minutes. Usually the 22 or the 20-minute vent happens at 2020.
"2020 was 3 years ago."
I know, but I'm talking about the fact that the time is usually 20-minute, 20-second.
Why is NASA Spaceflight streaming this if it's SpaceX's?
Because they have their own cameras out there and stuff, and they like to do their own commentary and have their own noise.
And
Am I-
SpaceX doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, they allow them to be out there, and it's not copyrighted. I mean, I might actually leave their stream up instead of switching to SpaceX's when theirs turns on, because they actually have, like, good engine audio. Especially for Falcon Heavy and
checking
Starship.
OBS.
Huh?
Stop checking OBS.
Sorry, okay, it's just loud in the background and I keep thinking it's gonna hear it. Like, copyright and stuff is playing in the background. Just tell me if you can hear something on stream. So, we are currently within 20 minutes of launch. Oh, my dad is talking. Hopefully you can't hear him. But we are well within fuel loading, and Stage 2 LOX load should begin shortly because Stage 1 RP1 load just wrapped up. And yeah. And I'm just gonna mention that even though the chances of launch, I guess, are better, question mark, the wind gusts aren't looking like a friend of ours. Like, it's only 80% go, but the only problems are the fact that wind gusts are super high.
Connor, you cut out unless you just muted.
I know, I
but-
muted myself. I was talking to somebody real quick. You might hear like noises of beds in the background, but don't even worry. I'm just worried that my dad's gonna turn on loud social media stuff. But anyway, we are well within like locks loading and stuff. Will FH launch this time? Do I have to be that guy? Do I have to be that guy? Wins harsh.
And also, guys, we get all of our information from Everyday Astronaut. Also, go give them some love. Yeah, just wanted to give you guys that. So if you want to know everything that we're knowing, everydayastronaut.com, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and if you want to know how we know about launches, it's everydayastronaut.com/upcoming launches /.
No, Callan, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Bro really put no.
Do you hear the ads in the background, Chase? Or
No.
the TV show on the stream?
And if not, we're doing them a favor.
Yeah. Except my mom's like watching a show and copyright. So I don't know what is wrong with the freaking timeline.
So there's always the question, like, did they do their homework and completely verify? It's definitely true. Because I think, yeah, again, like I wouldn't.
So they don't seem to have a big worry about the timeline.
There we
So
go.
Falcon Heavy begins engine chill in about 10 minutes. That is where they run some of the freezing propellants through the engines, because some part of the engines get cold during launch, some parts get hot. We notoriously know about them getting hot, but just to keep them from getting thermally shocked, we sometimes, or they sometimes at least, run cool, like their cool fuels through the engine pre-launch. God, I don't know why my stream was lagging, but here you go. If it lags again, I'll just turn it down to 720. Anyway. So, I know that there's a bit of a void of words. So, like, I'm just gonna think. The fact that this thing has already aborted twice, I feel like third time's a charm. Wait, why do I get an ad mid live stream? That's not how it works. Anyway, oh my god. Wait, why did I just get an ad mid live stream? Does that ever happen?
It shouldn't, unless they just like put one out.
Oh, whatever. Maybe I'll switch to SpaceX after. I don't know. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the fact that it already scrubbed twice. Yeah, I switched to OBS just real quick. Anyway, the fact that it's already aborted twice, I think third time's a charm, but also seeing 30-mile-per-hour gusts, I feel like we're gonna have to be that guy that hears hold when launch tractor gives a go for launch.
Bro, imagine the guy that like said hold was so fed up he was just like, I don't care anymore.
I don't know what the technical difference is between hold and abort. I mean, they both keep them from launching, but I think hold is to immediately stop the countdown, and abort is like there's a slight problem, but still, we're not launching today. Like, once me and my friend Christopher were watching a rocket launch, and during the countdown, they had said, like, over the comms that there was an abort, but they were gonna keep the fueling process going just for like making sure the rocket doesn't go from fueling to immediately dumping out fuel, which can be like hurtful to the rocket. So they were just kind of being careful with that sense. And they waited until T minus 1 minute at least to call the hold. So like just for like what is it? Flow of just like making sure the rocket hardware doesn't get damaged. I don't know exactly what the words I'm looking for are, so I'm just gonna start speaking words that I know I'm like know that work instead of being all fancy and stuff.
Wait, Callum, what is it? /cow/pig?
Oh, it's here. Here, if you want to go into NASA spaceflight chats and do Easter eggs, hashtag or exclamation point cow. Look, it will come up with a bot. Maybe. Dear viewer, you are fined 1 credit for a violation of cow verbal pun mortality statute. And slash or exclamation point when hop. Manager will be with you shortly. Want to know? Whenhop.com. Wait, don't tell me it directly opens it. Okay. Phew. Oh, it's literally just their 24/7 stream. Welcome. So those are some Easter eggs that you can find within the like NASA space
NASA
community.
spaceflight live chat.
Yeah.
Similar
Oh,
to
I
the
want to actually
rotating
hear
service
this.
structure used on shuttle. Will that get in the way of your pretty photos?
Yeah, that probably would get in the way of pretty photos. I guess now I've become so accustomed to there not being a rotating service structure here. But you know what? Any photo of a rocket is pretty, and once it clears the pad, that wouldn't be an issue anyway.
They're
So
talking
there you
about the
go.
vertical
I do
integration
like
part of
ground
this question.
systems, and they have a story to tell as well.
I also guess that with a bigger fairing, it would give you more rocket to take photos of in terms of surface area. So that'll probably make up for a vertical integration. Adrian, Adrian, have we heard anything on Dragon XL? I don't think we have for a little
I
while
don't
at
think
least.
Dragon XL is actually
No,
gonna
it
happen.
doesn't seem like it's a high topic right now. SpaceX, of course, has
Dragon.
loads of projects, especially together with NASA. And right now, it doesn't seem like Dragon XL is like the front runner project they're working on right now. So I expect once really we get into a situation where the gateway gets really going, and they're talking about the future of that. I think that's the situation where they really want to also talk about that in a more detailed way.
The second stage. Those 2 payloads are Astronis' micro.
Okay. I switched to the SpaceX stream just because why not? I'm gonna see if I can go 4K, but my internet might say no. Crossing my
Once again,
fingers.
for any new people here, welcome, and also all of these audio and video cams or whatever are not from us, and all the credit goes to NASA spaceflight and SpaceX. Go show them some love. Link in pinned comment, not in pinned comment. Top chat.
You get the shiny new booster and then the 2 side boosters that have been absolutely toasted. I talked about this on the previous live stream where there was an abort. It's kind of sad to see these boosters go because there's some sentimental value to us space nerds. I know it sounds weird. Ooh, burb on the bottom. But there was these boosters that not only flew on the first Falcon Heavy mission. Ooh, the new Starship Tower coming along. But I'm sure some space nerds are excited for that. But The one of the boosters was from Tycom 8. It almost never got put on a new mission because of a slippery landing and causing the legs to not be good. And then there's one from CRS-9. So these boosters have had a long history. There's one booster that has literally had a turnaround of 1,000 days. I think that might be the Taiwan. Alright, B1053-3, B1061, or B1068, center, and then, wait, hold on, which one got it? Yeah, okay, B1052-8 was actually used a lot. It went from a Falcon 9 booster to a Falcon Heavy side booster to a Falcon 9 core, and then back to, it's like had a flip-flop history. B1053-3 was the one that I talked about that had like a really bunch of sentimental value. These were the same boosters from the first Falcon Heavy flight, and it's had this long since its last mission, so that's a lot of time. But I just realized the fact that they give these boosters like letters. I forgot that they did that. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what they were talking about on the initial mission for the first Falcon Heavy. I was like, they were like, they have TS for blah 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 has saved, except they were randomly saying letters. I was like, oh, what is this?
There's
And then-
Jesse.
Jessie, hi. Like she even knows who I am.
It's kind of
Don't you even dare say anything else about my name. Before I go into your personal history, who you liked, your name, your SSN. I don't know that.
my SSN. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we are approaching engine chill, which I talked about before being the moment where they run a little bit of those cryogenic propellants through the engines to not thermally shock them. We are approaching that moment, as I literally just said. But yeah. Chase, please add some words. I have nothing to say.
Subscribe, like.
Subscribe, like, and share. And I turn up the ViaSat ad.
More data.
Actually, nah. It was in the one where it aborted. Y'all can just go watch it if you really care that much.
What do you think SpaceX and NASA spaceflight use to live stream? OBS?
Probably. I mean, there's not many things that you can
Isn't
get
that
for
the
high
best?
quality. I mean, I guess. Our friend Zule, of course, uses freaking, like, what was it called? NVIDIA,
Oh,
whatever.
Wonderful.
Why does it sound like you stuffed your mouth full
G-Force.
of food?
G-Force Experience.
Bleh.
Mark.
Mark.
CEO entrepreneur.
Mark Dangbert. Hey, we are approaching Strongback Retract, where it is the portion of flight where the Strongback, the thing that you sometimes see on the back of the rocket when there's not an ad playing, retracts around 2.8 degrees from the rocket, and then at launch it will throw itself back another 40 degrees or 240 degrees. yeah, throw itself back another 40 degrees to not get hit by the immense flaming of Falcon Heavy and or Falcon 9. Nobody cares about your nerdy ad. Just turn us back to the nerdy cameras. Oh, hi, Mark.
Don't make us switch back to NASA spaceflight.
For real. Hi, it is getting surreal for once. Finally, we're getting back down to that area where it's like, please don't abort, please don't abort, please don't abort.
So I guess you wouldn't know, but if it didn't launch today, would it like try and launch tomorrow?
Backup window. Let's see what SpaceX has to say. Blah, 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 blah.
It's back on the cams now.
Oh, nice. Yours might be a little ahead of me. You said that, and then it finally changed for me, but that's why I'm doing the countdown if I'm streaming. Anyway, people, it doesn't seem to say if there's a backup window, or am I just skimming over this too fast?
Fine.
Yeah.
They disabled live chat?
Oh, I did?
No. They did. SpaceX did.
They've never had it on.
Really?
I don't think. And like, I guess a minute ago, I should have said, strong back retract has started. The clamps have opened up and you can see it moving back, I guess a little bit more than 2.2 degrees or 2.8 degrees, but that's what it used to be at least a long time ago. Maybe, I don't know. I'm being too specific over nothing. I just hope the Falcon stays up erected tall with these wing gusts. Like, it's okay to, I would rather hear hold than hear a kaboom over the mics.
Oh, kaboom.
And so I think stage 1 liquid oxygen load at this point should be complete. A little bit of stagger between all of the finishing, but roughly at the same time. Maybe these boosters weren't the ones with sentimental value. Hold on, let me think. Now I'm thinking. Hold on. Oh, these aren't the ones with sentimental value. It's still sad to see all of them crash, but the one I was talking about, I think these are B1050s, and the ones that I was like mad about crashing are B1020s. I don't know. It's just me getting literally sad over a piece of hardware, and I'm gonna start talking actually professionally now because we are getting to that point of professionalism. So let's you can see the final like purge of liquid oxygen and nitrogen pushing out the liquid oxygen that is left over so it doesn't ignite upon liftoff and cause an explosion. At startup, I am just going to leave y'all with the comms because I can't hear before y'all hear if there's a go for launch, and so I can't make the call out without hearing it with y'all. So, without further ado, let's listen in. Bye, nerds.
Falcon Heavy is in startup.
There we go. Falcon Heavy has just entered the startup phase.
Awaiting a launch director to say go for launch.
Go for launch.
And
there you heard it. Go for launch. Falcon Heavy is now go for launch for ViaSat-3 Americas. Now, I would like you to note that the launch directors can still hold up to T-minus 10 seconds, but usually go for launch means there's no chance of holding or very small chance, and then the only other way it could hold past T-minus 10 is the rocket computers itself. All right. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, or 4, 3, 2, 1. Falcon Heavy engine ignition. Liftoff. Liftoff
Yes.
of ViaSat-3 Americas and others for a satellite in orbit today and internet for everybody tomorrow. And Falcon Heavy is pitching downrange.
Chamber pressure is nominal.
That's crazy. Oh, we don't need to worry about the backup window.
We are 30 seconds into flight under the power of 5 million pounds of thrust. Falcon Heavy is headed.
Shut up, nerd. We are already approaching supersonic speeds. I don't even know how. This is blazing fast. We are already we are already approaching the speed of sound, and Falcon Heavy is heading towards space and approaching max Q, which is the maximum aerodynamic pressure that a vehicle experiences during flight. It's important to note that none of these boosters are going to be landed today. That's why I was kind of sad about it. But, you know, it's better to have, like, internet for everybody than to be a little bit sad over a little piece of metal.
Dang.
And we are through max Q. We have been for a while. I should have made that call out. And it is important to note also that the Falcon Heavy is being pushed harder than ever before. They've had all recovery attempt missions. They've never recovered a center core. The first one, they didn't have enough ignition fluid to light the 2 outer engines. The second attempt, they landed, but of course the Atlantic said something else about it and tipped the rocket over. The third attempt, also possibly the most spectacular, had it come down so close, but then its thrust vector control got stuck and it tipped 90 degrees before crashing into the Atlantic. The next few launches, they tried to not recover the center core, but only recovered the boosters on land. And after that, they just, or at least now, they're just expending all boosters, getting every bit of ounce of performance they can out of Falcon Heavy today. And the booster engine cutoff will be about 8,000 kilometers per hour, and main engine cutoff, the center core engine cutoff, will be at around 17 or 16,000 kilometers per hour, which is blazing fast, more than any other first stage has ever pushed a rocket or a Falcon Heavy. And Chase, don't give me any spoilers, by the way. I know your stream's a little bit before mine. Biko.
I was gonna say while you're doing the countdown, I was about to say.
Oh wait, no, maybe not Biko. I thought Biko had happened. All right. There we go. Booster engine cutoff. Biko. And booster separation confirmed. You can see the Falcon Heavy pushing past the boosters. And it's about 10,000 kilometers per hour. And this is farther than or faster than any other boosters have gone. And of course, they're just flipping away uncontrollably, heading back for the Atlantic, where they will then splash down in the Atlantic Ocean really hard. And probably burn up in the atmosphere before so. We are coming upon Miko, which is main engine cutoff, which will happen at a very high speed for the rocket. And those are not UFOs on your screen. I'm pretty sure those are planes or range safety patrol. Not really planes, but like safety patrol. Ooh, that is a really weird view. It looks like we're playing a sandbox game.
Need to give Callan the shirt.
What do I need? And main engine cutoff. Stage separation confirmed. Merlin vacuum ignition.
Lost connection on the left one.
And it looks like everything is performing nominally, and you can see how blazing fast the center core was going at Miko, which if you've seen in any of our other streams or SpaceX's, that is totally more than we've ever had. And we are coming upon fairing separation, which you can see on your screen now. Those fairings were protecting the payload through the atmospheric portion of flight for like keeping it from debris and the just immensely fast air particles passing the rocket during max Q.
Max Q.
As I have mentioned previously, there will be no landing attempt today. So all we are stuck with is the second stage view, and I'm gonna let you listen in the comms for a few minutes because I have no other words other than this was an amazing launch already, and everything seems to be proceeding nominally.
After that, we'll have an additional 2 burns of our second stage engine before payload deployment. On your left-hand screen, you could see a map of the mission trajectory. And on your right-hand screen is a live view of the MVAC engine. As a reminder, our main payload for today's...
Stage 2 continues to follow a nominal trajectory.
Good callouts. Our main payload for today's mission is ViaSat-3, and we do have 2 secondary payloads on board as well from Gravity and Astronis. That is the Gravity Space 1 and Astronis's micro-geo satellite.
If y'all have never seen the initial first 3 rocket launches of Falcon Heavy, you should totally check them out, especially Arabsat 6A, because you could see the actual center core landing. Even though it did tip over in the Atlantic, you could still see it on the cams, and you can see the 2 side boosters come down at literally the same time over 2 different landing pads, land all at once in a side-by-side view. And we are approaching SECO, which is second engine cutoff, and this is the first time out of 3 times they're going to be doing it for this launch today. And I think after SECO 1, we will wrap up the stream for tonight. Ooh, there dropped a glass in the background. Oops. But after the stream ends for tonight, or after SECO, we're going to end the stream for tonight, and I guess you can follow SpaceX on Twitter or just watch the stream if you want to have any further updates. Second stage, closely approaching SECO now. And SECO 1. And let's just listen in for nominal orbital.
See that MVAC engine beginning to shut down. We did hear a call out for expected loss of signal.
Nominal parking orbit.
And we got...
You heard that there was a nominal parking orbit insertion. It seems that, I guess by now they have lost signal to stage 2. That is perfectly expected. They will regain signal, hopefully about, I don't know, sometime soon. I don't know exactly when, but they have tracking stations all over the world that they will eventually get, data from.
So they said in about 20 minutes. Are we going to keep streaming and have it on stream on pause, or are we just going to end it?
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, we could have it on pause.
Oh.
Well, you heard it, folks. We are
I guess,
gonna
yeah.
put the stream on pause until roughly 20 minutes. So yeah, enjoy the music and we'll be back soon.
Oops, it was focused on OBS. Alright, bye!
Yes, we're
Hello, peeps and gents. We are back. So, SES2 is approaching soon, but not exactly at this moment. So, let's see if they have to say anything. No, it's just test.sharpish music. Anyway, SES2 is gonna throw it up into GTO orbit, which is that speed was really tripping me up. It was going 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Anyway, it will throw it into a geostationary transfer orbit, which is an orbit that throws it into a transfer orbit to be geostationary. Geostationary is a really high circular orbit, and for a transfer orbit, it makes it elliptical, which one end is really close to the Earth and one end is quite far. So this is what this burn is going to do. And then SES3, which we will not be on for, will be something. It will be like the circularization to make it a geostationary. Still music, okay. It's kind of sad just being here alone. Chase is on mute for like another 5 minutes. He said, I hope he doesn't miss SES and Seco 2, even though the burn is going to last, like, I swear, 5 minutes. So, we're approaching that very turn down.
This blind thing turning in its sleep. You're part of that blindness coming awake. Every single one of you is a cell of this thing struggling to stay alive.
Well, that's depressing, the lyrics to that.
Cal, my mom's watching the stream. Don't be dirty.
Why did I say something?
What?
Did I say
Welcome
something?
back to our coverage of the
Alright.
ViaSat-3 America's.
So, looks like the commentators for SpaceX themselves have come back, and we are approaching second engine startup 2, which is the second stage engine ignition. Second. But this is, again, like I said, what throws it into a geostationary transfer orbit. Engine relay is hopefully coming soon, and yeah. Second stage engine startup 2. Ooh, is that meant to happen? Is there meant to be that leak overboard? I have never seen that happen, but they don't seem to be saying anything bad is happening, so that's probably purposeful. We're gonna hope it's purposeful, and if it's not, I'm just gonna have to refer you to Elon Musk on Twitter or SpaceX on Twitter if something does go bad. Anyway, that's a bit off topic. You can see that the speed is rapidly increasing at breakneck
Hello.
speeds.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good.
Didn't mean to be that long.
No come. But we are approaching Seco 2. Everything seems to be going nominally, but there was one suspicious looking leak figure, but it's probably nothing, and I'm just speculating. That's not good.
This is really off topic, but shout out to my mom that's watching.
That's not good. We just lost all telemetry.
Oh God.
Hold on, let's listen into the
God.
nets for a minute.
Now my mom's telling my dad
As far
about
as
it.
live coverage for our third and final burn that will occur in a couple of hours from now at the
I heard him say STEAK
geostationary orbit.
space.
Now, what's special about a geostationary orbit is it takes roughly 24 hours for a satellite in this orbit to complete one full orbit around.
Alright. It looks like everything is going well. Maybe they had engine cutoff, maybe they didn't. But everything looks to be going nominally. So that is going to end it off for the stream tonight. We can't really stay up for the third burn because that's at, like, I swear, 12 a.m. So, ooh, streaming software, lovely. But I hope y'all enjoyed the stream, and you might notice that after I say goodbye, I'm gonna leave the stream running for a few seconds. That's just so it doesn't cut me off before I say goodbye. I don't know exactly what the timing is, but goodbye!
Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.